G'day Sawdust Makers. In this video I'm going to show you the very first project that you should attempt now that you've shouted yourself a K5 Kreg Master System, and it's this very simple board. However, it's got three really great functions. It means you get to keep all your Kreg stuff together in one place. It's also a handy way to store it without taking up too much room. And it's also easy to clamp down and allows you a solid base every time you want to use your jig. We're going to use pallet boards for this because they're free and readily available, and they're going to be perfect for this job. So how big do we want this thing? When we look at the size of the jig, we want a little bit extra on all sides. So about 650 long should do it, I reckon. Because our pallet boards are 90mm wide, if we use 4 of those, we'll get it to 360 wide. Doesn't have to be that big, but it's just going to make the job easier. So then we cut them to length, and then check them for accuracy, make sure there aren't any huge gaps, because we're not going to bother cleaning this up. Now we need to accurately set our jig. Now we correctly set our drill guide to 19mm, based on our board thickness being 20mm. We then place the stop collar setting block on the jig base in front of the drill guide. We slide the drill bit into one of the drill guide bushings and drop the pilot tip into the hole in the block that corresponds to the length of the screw that we're going to use. More on that later. With that all set, we take the stop collar, slide it over the bit so it rests on the guide, and then we take the hex wrench that's provided, tighten that up and put it back in the little container on the side. Now we adjust the clamp assembly so the timber sits flush, and then we move the toggle handle down so it's clamped and secure. Now you'll notice that there is a large range of Kreg screws available, and it is important that you use the correct Kreg screw for each project. You'll also find fine thread and coarse thread. Fine thread is better for hardwoods, and coarse thread is better for softwoods like pine, which is what we're using today. So our boards are 20mm thick, which means that the correct screw for this job is 32mm long. So we'll be using the 32mm coarse thread Kreg screw. The K5 also comes with this awesome vacuum cleaner attachment, which makes a real difference. Now we get to work and we drill all them pocket holes. Drill and drill and drill and drilling all them pocket holes. Line it all up. You can see I've spaced them apart so there's plenty of bite across each board. Clamp it down securely using the provided clamp, and then start driving in all them pocket screws. We're going to give it a light sand, just take all those sharp edges off the sides. Now we're going to line the jig up on our new board, and look at that! We'll drill a couple of holes so we can hang it on the wall. Magnificent! We want this board to be our home for all of our other Kreg stuff, so using pocket holes we can screw this little bit here which will hold our clamps, and then we'll whack in a couple of gal nails, bend them slightly, and that'll keep our portable base ready for when we need it. And we're done! Have a look at that! Isn't it great? You are ready to go. So whether you're going to use your Kreg jig in your shed, in your home, wherever you go, this is going to give you a solid working area for your jig. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and follow Carbatec and Kreg Australia for more great projects.